We wait a couple of minutes for everybody to check in, and we will get started on our camp director chat. Our last one before camp season starts. If you go to the Camp Carpenter breakout, if you could please put in your name, put a CC next to your name. If you are for the GSR breakout, you are good to go and just stay right where you are. Again, if you're going to Camp Carpenter's breakout, please put a CC next to your name, and our admin person will put you into the Camp Carpenter breakout when we break out into sessions. All right, folks, again, welcome to May's Camp Director Chat. I am Drew Ridlewski, and we will get started in a couple of minutes. If you are going to Camp Carpenter's breakout session, please put a CC next to your name, and our admin will put you into the room when we break out into sessions. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. Good evening. Again, I am Drew Ridlewski. I am the reservation director of Griswold Scout Reservation. Next to me, I have Joe Conti, camp director of Camp Carpenter. We're excited to be here tonight to give you your last camp director's chat before we get into the camping season. For GSR, we have 34 days before our first camper arrives, and we're kind of excited and nervous all at the same time, but we are very excited to have everybody come at camp. Joe, how many days do you guys have left? Do you know?
We have 48 days.
Nice. 48 days for Camp Carpenter. So I'm going to get us started tonight on everything. Most of you, if you are a troop or a pack contact, would have received an email from me this morning coming out of Camp Docs. I'm sorry, not out of Camp Docs, coming out of Black Pug. And what we are looking for are parent emails. It is a requirement now to put a parent email into your registration. This all has to do with Camp Docs. So this way we can get Medform systems going forward. So what's going to end up happening is you will add your parents' emails into the slots that we're asking you for, and we will put that into a spreadsheet, send it over to Camp Docs, and they will send it out to each individual parent as well as the leader of the unit. Leader of the unit will be able to look through who has put their information in and who hasn't, so you'll be able to check up on them. It is not going to talk to Black Pug this year because they both need to come out, roll out at the same exact time. So this is where we are in that step, but it will work the same as it has in the past when we had the online Medform process. It's to be very simple for your unit, for your parents, for yourselves to put it in. You'll see on the first page as you're going through, it's going to be your A1, your B1, B2, and then they're going to ask you to upload your C as well as your immunization records. So pretty simple through the system, and be able to do it through each week and through each troop and unit. So we're looking very forward to it. Camp Docs will also be, we will be using for all of our emergency contacts. So we want to use that for Camp Docs as well as our allergies and our food dietary restrictions, all of that is going to go through Camp Docs, and you'll see how that full plugs in. Once you go through Camp Docs, it's just kind of a point and click. Okay, yes, I'm allergic. No, I'm not allergic, and it goes through. It's pretty quick, and again, it just goes through the ABC form, and you just do an A and B. So that will be opened up this week. So you'll look out for a email coming straight from Camp Docs. So if anybody has any questions about that, please let me know. We'll put my email in the email address, and we will take care of it on our end. If the troop registers, a couple of questions on this, I just want to read off of them real quick. Will the camp contact as well as the leader see the camp doc info? Yes, they will. John, you'll be able to see who has completed their med forms and who has not. If the troop has registered on the parent, we still need to get the parent's email. If you just want to handle all of the med forms, then we could just do it through your email. Just let me know and send me an email. Jeff, I think that's the same thing. If you want to just do it through the troop, just shoot me an email and we could do it that way. So if anybody else has any questions on Camp Docs or anything like that, please let me know. Again, it's going to roll out this week. I apologize for everything taking so long. It's just going through two brand new systems. I wish we would have rolled one out at a time, but we're getting there, and it's just going to make lives easier. I know everybody that I've spoken to has been in Black Pug has been very happy since the past few years on what the registration looks like. Last question I have. So the Part C still needs a physical signature. Yes, it does. What about the inhaler and EpiPen form? Those forms will be up on that website as well if it's needed. It'll go right into a checklist if it asks if you take an EpiPen or an inhaler, and it goes right to that form, and you can fill that out and have that sent to your doctors. And again, with that, I would like to thank you all for showing up for me and Joe from, what did we start, January? And here we are in May. It's 5 months that we've been coming to you and giving you some information. I hope this has been helpful for you. We started this about 3 years ago, and I know a lot of people have been very happy with the information that we put out on these. So thank you all. Again, GSR side, you just stay where you are. If you're going to Camp Carpenter, just put your CC next to your name, and our administration will put you right to it. So please just hold on for 2 seconds, and we'll get everybody squared away into their different breakout rooms. Is there anybody else left that needs to go to Camp Carpenter? Please let me know. Anybody else? Camp Carpenter? Excellent. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to GSR's breakout part of our May director's chat. We have 34 days before camp starts, and it's driving me out of my mind. I can't believe it's that close and that we're in May and it hasn't even been spring yet. Has anybody seen the sun? I have not in a couple of days. But we are still getting work done. Wood Badge was up at GSR this weekend doing their training. It was super fantastic. We've had a lot of work going on at the reservation. So things that have been happening that we've already talked about is the entire Sunset Strip has new platforms going in. We know all about our new tents that we have that we purchased a few years ago. I'm in the process of ordering new cots, so probably around 120 new cots will come into the reservation this year for us to enjoy and creak on. So we always love those the cots that we have. Chase Waterfront Tower, I kept saying it's not going to be done, but they already started putting it up, so I'm pretty excited about that. We have pre-season camp staff that's already been working at camp. They have been weed whacking their tails off all along the reservation and getting things ready and looking pretty for our summer, for our first round of scouts. So what's happening? Circus tents. So we do have circus tents. A few circus tents will be coming in. One circus tent will go up to the handicraft level that's right above Carter Lodge. And we will have a 10-foot container brought in there for all the materials for handicraft. So handicraft will be up in that platform for this year. After we come out of week 8, that Sunday, the Woodcarvers Guild, they're coming in, and our handicraft pavilion is getting put in. Our footprint will probably be there, and our foundation will be put in place probably before camp is there. So you'll be able to see that as that work is coming. And again, week 9, pretty much, we will have a brand new handicraft building, and we're pretty excited to get that done. So 2 circus tents will go in, one for handicraft, and one will be for adult leaders, as well as for the Scoutmaster Supper. We're trying to put that one down by the trading post, so this way it'll be big enough for us to have all of us for Scoutmaster Supper. We're gonna do a barbecue instead of a steak dinner. It's burgers, hot dogs, some chicken, some sausage put on the grill, and just a good time for us to sit around and chat and talk about camp and what improvements and what things that we could possibly do next, and talk about different things like Carter Lodge, and what ideas people have that we can do to rebuild our building. So we're pretty excited about that. Shower houses. So we have looked into getting the trailers to come in with showers for the adult leaders. Unfortunately, those are not available, and they are very expensive, and insurance is not going to pay for them. We will have porta johns that come in, so we will have extra bathrooms that put us out of Carter Lodge. Bathrooms inside of the dining hall will be for 18 and under only this year. We will have some porta johns put up closer to Carter Lodge for adult leaders to use, and only for adult leaders, and we'll make sure that that stays that way, hopefully. But they will be checked daily for that. So just to put that out for everybody. Leaders Lounge, we know was in the back of Carter, so we have the circus tent now that'll be next to the handicraft building, but next to the trading post, excuse me. We also have Bell Admin available with some tables and desk space and air conditioning. If you need to get away and do some work on your computer, there's plenty of Wi-Fi, plenty of tables and quietness that'll be over there. There'll be day-long programs that will be going over there, but we have the buses that are there. If you want to drive over yourselves, you're more than welcome to do that, or our commissioners can get you over. And if that's where you want to stay for a couple of hours, it's not a problem to put you over at Bell Admin. So program is being worked on actively right now. I know we've had a few issues. There's been actually quite a few issues, and we are learning this new system very toughly. My program directors, we just lost one, so we are down to one, and they are in the middle of finals right now. But we still do have 34 days before our first scout comes in, and we are very sure that we will be able to get everything squared away prior to everybody coming in. It's just taking us a little bit longer to get used to the system and the way the classes are set up. A few people have sent me emails. I've sent a few back, and if there's any other issues, please just continue to email me. Becca Bloja will be our program director this year, and she will be probably available, I think, next week once she is done with her finals this week. And she'll be jumping on and answering questions and fixing things in the system that we don't have. Pre-camp meetings. So pre-camp meetings, we know are 13 days prior to your camp arrival. You will receive a Zoom link from Blackpug, just like you got an email message from Blackpug today on asking for email addresses. You will receive your email with your Zoom link and straight from Blackpug, and we will do it weekly. The other thing that we will do, just for a backup, we will put it up on the website and put each week's Zoom meeting link right up on the council website, so this way everybody has access to their pre-camp meeting. From there, that's pretty much all I have, except for 34 days until we get back into camp. I wanted to sit here and answer some questions because I know we have quite a few of them. And I just want to thank everybody for, tuning in for the past 6 months and listening to me talk and chat about the things we're trying to do and how to fight through fired, burnt buildings and different program changes and different closing camps and stuff like that. I appreciate everybody and their patience. But we will have a great summer. The staff is stoked to be here. We have kept 80% of our staff from last year, so that is a huge for us to do that. So with that, I'm gonna jump into some questions. So with dietary restrictions go through the Black Pug Health uploads? No, it's gonna go through Camp Docs. Camp Docs is gonna ask the question on what the dietary restrictions are. And that's where we'll pull those up from. June 1st is cleanup day. I have a few scouts, dads coming. Who do we need to notify? Do we need to bring anything? Chris, just shoot me an email and we could send that out to you to make sure that you know all of that information. Can you please advise how we register adult scouts and the information required? We don't see an option in Black Pug for that. So man, if you can just shoot me an email, if you're talking about through crew leaders 18 and over, we could do that. But if there's scouts that are 18 and over, we need to just talk offline
Yeah,
about that.
it's adult leaders, Drew. This is Samana. It's adult leaders, and how do we register that?
How do you adjust your adult leaders?
Yes.
Yep, you could do that right into Black Pug. You could add or subtract adult leaders right through your registration portal.
Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't find it there, but maybe I'll take it offline.
Okay, just shoot me an email and I can send you a screenshot of what it looks like. Annie's asking about the prerequisites. It is on the website. So New Hampshire NHScouting.org. You go into outdoor activities, Griswold Scout Reservation. Underneath documents, our pre-rec guide is there.
I'm sorry, Joe. Excuse me. So can you repeat where can I find it?
On nhscouting.org, under outdoor activities,
Outdoor
or
activities.
outdoor adventures, Griswold Scout Reservation.
So you mean there's a document there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Hi Drew, I just wanted to clarify, in the past, troop patrol activities have always been picked in the pre-camp meeting. However, it seems like we're supposed to have kids pick activities in Black Pug. That's what we're trying to do this year. If it's not working out for everybody, just give us an email and we can put your entire troop into one activity and do it on the back end. Another one with the prerequisites. Hold on, I will put it up in the link. The prerequisite guide is now in the chat if anybody needs to find it there. The theme for Friday will be luau. Yep. Can you remember what Camp Docs to put dietary restrictions in? Has MILT information been sent? Looks like Amanda answered that already. If you have someone you need to remove, just send me an email and Steph and I can get the refund put out to you, as well as pulling them off of your roster. Jamie says, what afternoon activities, watermelon scramble? Okay, I will write that down and make sure that Becca takes a look at that. The program directors will go over afternoon activities at the pre-camp meeting, make sure everybody has what they want. If there's things that need to change, we have plenty of time to do that. And they'll be able to help with that. IOLS will be offered. That will go up in the Black Pug this week as well. So introduction to outdoor leadership skills for the adult leaders. Communicating well is another one that'll do. I think weather is another one that they'll do. Those will come up and they'll be shoot out an email to everybody in the contacts from Black Pug on when the adult leaders trainings will go up. We're just filling out each training schedule. It looks like we'll be able to offer CPR this year. So we're just waiting for that because we're going to have 3 new instructors. So we'll have 4 instructors on property, so we can offer CPR for adult leaders as well as scouts. So kind of excited to get that, and we'll get all of that up before the week is out. For scouts that previously completed ASI ATV course at Bell, does Hidden Valley Bell have record them completed? Yes, John, we do. If that's something that you need, a roster or cards that you guys never received, just let me know and we can definitely get that to you. They keep that that record, so does ASI. It's configuring day-long activities. I think some of the day-long activities should be squared away. I think we're still having a little bit of issues with outposts. I was working with John actually earlier. He's got 7 kids that want to do Oriental Trail, and it's popping them into a wait list, and I don't know why. When we have no one else that's taking it for the week, so we're going to make sure that those scouts get what they want, and make sure every scout gets what they want. It's just, again, it's a new system. We're still learning it. My program directors, they're more computer savvy than me, but they're worried about their college education, which I can give them a little bit on that. I mean, camp does come first to me, but they have to worry about their college educations and everything else. So I would say within the week, they'll be able to square a lot of this away, and we'll have that stuff taken care of. For newly crossover scouts, if you have new crossovers, shoot me an email with the scouts' names and I can give you the early bird special for them. That discount is very easily to do for me. I've done it for quite a few units already. There was an issue with art and pottery and basketry. I think it's only one day that they're offering it. Again, that's something else that Beck is going to be working on. I think they're trying to work on so that if a scout wants to do, let's say, ATVs for a day, and wants to do horses for a day, or logging camp for a day, and when we put blacksmithing in for a day, if there's a second day, they don't want to do a full day program and they want to do value programming, we want to offer a few merit badges for them to take in a single day program. Again, it's things that we're working through, and they should be able to get it within the next week or so to have all of this squared away. So they'll be able to sign up for other merit badges on top of that.
So
Uh,
Drew, that was my question. So art is not they're not doing a full day program. They just wanted to do, they said art and pottery, but should they be choosing more because art is only showing as Mondays?
I'd have to look in the schedule, Ellen. If you want,
Okay, that's fine.
yeah.
That's my question. They just thought it was like a regular one. And it's
Yeah,
only
no, I
looking
think
like
that
half
more
of
has to
one.
do with the full day program. Again, if you want, shoot me an email and we can look through that, and I can
Yeah,
talk to
sure.
you better about
Thank
that.
you.
No,
Thank you.
no problem. So again, it was once should activities be submitted online. I have it open until June 15th. So you have until the 15th of June to put it open. I can extend that any which way. And if it doesn't, then all you would have to do is email myself or the program directors, and they'll be able to just put it in on their end. So with that, I think our first pre-camp meeting is, I'll give you the date. Should be June 10th. I believe. So week 1, June 10th, we will be seeing you there at your pre-camp meeting. You will receive an email from Blackbook on that. If anybody else has any other questions, again, please email me, email my my program director, and we will be able to get back to you. Camp directors are doing great. You'll be introduced to them at your pre-camp meetings, and they will go over everything and how camp will run on their end. We're really excited to have them. MLT pre-camp meeting will be June 9th. So if anybody's interested in that, that is the date for the MLT pre-camp meeting. Again, if anybody has any other questions, please let us know.
Drew,
And
I have a question. This is Gretchen Piles. I have entered all of the Scouts merit badge choices, but are you saying that they can change those if they want to make changes up to June 15th?
correct.
Okay, thanks.
Anybody else?
Hi, Drew, about the evening classes, some parents ask like the ATV outpost and campus cuisine. So are these just because Black Pog indicate just like 7 to 8 p.m. But some parents think they are outpost activity, probably like for the whole night, like camping thing. So can you
Yes, an
clarify?
outpost, the outposts that are in the system, they are a full night outpost.
So when they select in the Black Pog, the Black Pog said it's 7 to 8, 7 to 8, like ATV outpost and Compass Cuisine. So, but actually they are the whole night, right?
Okay, yes, they are the whole night. I'll make sure that gets changed.
Okay, because in the program guide, you have the outpost said choose must register at a pre-camp meeting. So I was just wondering, so actually they can just register, people can just register in the like Black Park, right? Not until the pre-camp meeting to register outpost things, right?
Correct.
Oh, okay. So they need to prepare all the, the overnight things, right? Like the tents, those things,
Yes.
equipment. And does that has like age limit? Because some kids like they're pretty young choose the Compass Cuisine.
I don't believe that there are any age limits on the outposts. I'd have to ask my program directors on that, so I'll have to get back to you on that, Annie.
Okay, yeah, because some parents said since they're young, can they just do like a few hours and then back to where their campsite? I don't know if that works.
Usually not. Usually if they're going out on an outpost, they go out and they're out for the night, and then they come back first thing in the morning.
Okay. It is a little bit like confusing. How can they tell the evening? Is it outpost or it just like a evening like 1 hour program?
So on their evening programs are not in Blackbug. So evening programs are announced and they'll be on the schedule. They're in the program guide. So there is no choosing for evening activities in Blackbug. Outposts are in Blackbug to choose if your scouts want to do outposts.
Sorry, it's a little bit confusing. So you mean if they can choose in the Black Parks for the evening program, they are all outpost programs?
So evening programs are different from outposts. An outpost is an overnight program where the scouts
Yeah.
go out with staff and with adult leaders for an entire night for an outpost. Evening activities would be something like water carnival, a fingerprinting merit badge, a crime prevention merit badge. When they do the triathlon, those are our evening activities. Outposts is something totally different. Outposts are just an entire evening outpost that goes from evening until the morning.
Yeah, but in the Black Park, they can choose the ATV outpost and other things. As I said, Compass Cuisine in the Black Park as a so it's like it's kind of confusing. They don't know if they choose it in Black Park, it is a outpost or just evening program. Some of them.
So if it's for that night and they're choosing an outpost, that's what their evening activity will be. It will be that outpost.
So both outpost and evening program can be choose in the Black Parks, right?
No,
No?
no. So if the scouts choose to do an outpost and they want to stay out overnight with staff and their people, they will stay out overnight for an outpost. Evening activities are an open program and is not in Black Book.
No, you mean the outpost the programs are not in the Black Parks, right? It's choose separately, right?
Correct. Annie, why don't you shoot me an email and then we can get Becca involved in this and she can explain it better for you.
Okay, yeah, I shoot you email before, so and I didn't sorry, I didn't get the answer, so I want to be clear, so so parents when they ask, so you mean, yeah, I just want to be like if they choose, sorry, if they choose in the Black Park and if it didn't say outpost, then it's not outpost, right? If it said outpost, it's outpost. Is that true?
So outposts, correct. There's only outposts that are for evening activities that are in Black Pug. Regular evening activities at Hidden Valley are not in Black Pug. It is an open program.
Okay, yeah, okay, thank you.
All right, good evening, Drew. Apologize. I have a question. It's concerned about the ATV course. I had my son sign up for the beginning of the training, and it was scheduled for Wednesday and Thursday. Then it was moved to Wednesday. Now, the last time I checked is on Tuesday, and now he has nothing for Wednesday and Thursday. Now, I understand this is a scheduling, things are moving, but then I have other scouts that do an ATV course that they do the advanced ATV course. Does you guys have any records of them completing the beginning part of the training? Because it was kind of confusing when we tried to log in and register the scouts. So any guidance you can give me on that?
Yep, so we do have records of scouts that have taken the ASI course. The scout should have received a completion card from ASI from California once they received it, and then they can move on to those areas. I don't know why it would have switched your son from over and over, but if you from one day to another.
Yeah, like right now I have it split, like Monday, the original merit badges and programs that you want to do, and then ATV, like on Tuesday. Then Wednesday and Thursday, it's pretty much empty. And I'm like, that's not what I signed up for.
Okay.
So it's back and forth. And I'm like, every week, I don't know what I'm going to get.
All right, Ricardo, if you could do me a favor and shoot me an email, and we will make sure we get that squared away for you guys.
One
Thank you, Drew.
follow-up to that is, when they make their final choices by June 15th, will they get some kind of notification that, yes, you actually are in this merit badge and this
No,
troop
that will
activity?
be, that is something that the contact from the troop can look up. The scoutmaster, the committee chair can go into the system and pull up the actual schedules. They can print the schedule out and they can give it to the scouts.
I saw that, and ours is completely full, but because we can still play around with it, I'm just wondering, I just want to make sure that I don't somehow move them and into something that doesn't have space. But they wouldn't be able to sign up for it if there is no space. Is that correct?
If there's no space, they won't be able to sign up for it, but they will be able to change their badges if they want to change it up until the
Okay.
15th.
Okay, thank you.
All right, everybody. Heidi, you asked about swim shirts required but not enforced. It's the same thing. They're not required, they're not enforced. They're just encouraged. That's the only thing that we've ever have put forward from that came out a couple of years ago. But they're encouraged and they're not enforced. And with that again, thank you, everybody, and I say have a good night.
Drew, real quick, if scouts already have horsemanship merit badge, they don't have to do horsemanship 1 again if they want to do horsemanship 2, correct?
Correct, John.
Hi, Drew. Yeah, since you are here, I just want to know, like, if a Black Park has a Compass Cuisine choice, is it outpost or not outpost?
Is it under the outpost? Honestly, Annie, I don't know too much about the outposts of what our program directors have done, so I'm gonna have to look into that. If you could just shoot me another email and I could take a look at it.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Ellen, they are doing swim tests early. I think, I don't remember what the date is exactly, but I know if you go into the nhscouting.org onto the calendar, they tell you where they're doing, when they're doing swim checks at Camp Carpenter.
Okay, thank you. I'll
You're
check it
welcome.
out.
Drew, final question. Do you know if camping's still open, camping merit badge?
For
Bell.
the summer?
No, if they're offering camping merit badge for week 5.
Yes, we
for
offer
Bell.
Camp America.
For the second block, I know you have it in Monday and Tuesday, but Wednesday and Thursday, I didn't see anything. I don't know if you have a second.
I'd have to look in the system. I can't get into it right now while we're on Zoom.
All right, thank you.
So Drew, just to confirm, like, if we are registering the troop on behalf of parents, like, so we write to you to get instead of individual parent email IDs, you just need the email ID of the troop leader that's organizing the registration, right? For
Yes.
Camp Talks. So
Yes.
they write to you.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Drew, just a quick question on the merit badge registration for each scout. Is it just the people that have access in the Black Pug that can go in and add merit badges and things?
Correct.
Okay,
So it should be whoever the contact person is, and whoever that contact person puts in there. So we opened up 2 extra spots for them to add, so they can add up to 2 other additional people to go in and do that. If they did open up the parent portal, then you should be able to go in for your own scout, and do that with your scout.
okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Actually, can I just follow up on what Brian asked? This is Valerie. Sorry, I'll do video. I haven't set anybody up to, and I'm new at this, so I'm not really sure even about how they pick their activities. So would I meet with all the kids and say this is what's offered, or do I just kind of send them?
That's usually the best way to do it, to sit down with the scouts with the program guide, and show them this is where the schedule looks like, and this is what you guys can, what you all can choose from. And whether if not you want them to do it themselves, or if you want to go in and choose those merit badges or those outposts or those day-long activities for them, you can do it that way. Either which way you can choose, it works. Some leaders like to do it themselves, so this way they know the kids are together if they have a buddy or something like that. Other ones just let their kids just go and pick their programs and go forward with that.
Okay. So do I have to worry about like doing this pretty quickly because things will fill up? Like I know there's some interest in the ATV. Is that like?
I'll be honest with you, in the 9 years that I have been doing this, I have never turned a scout away from a program.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a relief. Okay.
Never. We have
Okay.
never, if there's a scout wants to do a program, we will make sure that it gets through them. I've
Okay.
not, again, the 9 years that I've been here, we have never turned away a scout.
Very good. And if I know, I think somebody had said that when they signed up for ATV that it first was a 2-day program, but it's really just a 1-day program. So they should pick
Correct.
things for other
It's
days.
a 1-day program is the ASI program. We'll change that this week and just give it a little bit more explanation. So it's the ASI instruction that you want for the first go would be a beginner. So maybe we'll
Okay.
do beginner ATV and then intermediate. We can change that up as a, just so it makes it not less confusing. Again, it's new to us with this system. We're just trying to
Yeah,
roll through
we
it and
understand.
make sure everybody gets what they want.
Can they do beginner on 1 day and then advanced ATV later? Or is
So
it
they
just?
could do we could do a beginner Monday. I don't know exactly what they how they set it up in the system. I'd have to go into the system and look. I don't know what days they have set aside for the ASI program, where they get the beginner course and the extended trail rides. I just don't know exactly what days they are off the top of my head.
But hypothetically, they could do the beginner or the ASI instructional one and then do later in the week a
Yep.
different ATV? Okay.
Absolutely. They could do,
Thank you.
actually, they could pull all 3 if they wanted to do. If they want to do the ASI course, the beginner's course, then do the extended trail ride, then to do the ATV outpost, they could do all 3 of those in a week.
Very
Same thing
good.
goes- Same thing goes for horsemanship 1, horsemanship 2, the outpost for horses.
Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Anybody else? Excellent. And with that, everybody, I will see you in June at GSR. We're excited to get everything going, and thank you all for your patience, and we will have a great summer. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you, Drew.